Okay, you guys know how exactly this goes. It's very simple, right? You dial the 407-279-1754 phone number. I think I'm the only attorney, maybe there's somebody else, who actually goes live as an attorney in a field to go ahead and answer questions live on this phone as they roll in. It's insanity. We do it because we've been doing it for a while now. Now, with that said, there are some basic rules. It's only general information, although we do tend to go a little deep on some of these calls. With that said, also, please keep in mind, start with your legal question. Don't go into story mode. A lot of people go into story mode, and it's just you start with your legal question. I'll know which questions to ask, and then you fill me in on details I need as we roll down the road. You'll tell me the silver bullet, the thing that hurts the claim. You'll tell me from the questions I ask you. With that said, also, you get about 5 to 7 minutes. Remember, legal question up front, no story mode, and use a fake name when you call in. Super important. You could be Tinkerbell. Everybody loves Tinkerbell, right? You could be Reagan. We haven't had that one yet. You could be anything you want. You could be Arnold. You could be Danica. You could be anything you want. Just use a fake name. Now, I'm going to go ahead and begin the process of putting the phone number in there. 407-279-1754. Bottom line is this. You guys can go ahead and begin calling that phone number, and I will begin answering questions. We're doing 30 minutes of me live answering questions. It's 12:24 a.m. on September 10th, Eastern Standard Time. So if you see yourself at 4 a.m. seeing this video, it's already too late. The video is already ended. We're doing 30 minutes right around 12:30 in the middle of the night between September 9th and September 10th. All right. Now, we're going to go ahead and begin the process of counting down. If nobody calls in within the next 10 seconds, then we're going to end this video early, and I'm going to go to bed and wake up and do the hearing. Now, let's go ahead and begin the countdown. All right? 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, that's 4, 3, 2, 1. There's absolutely no callers. So you did nip in there. You got in there. You did. All right, here we go. All right. Hi, this is Attorney Walter Hnot. We are live on YouTube. Remember to use a fake name throughout this process. What is your legal question? Go ahead.
Hi, Walter. Thank you for taking my call. My name is Amy, and my question is, my 27-year-old son is on SSI and SSDI because I am on SSDI. Mm-hmm. He was disabled as a child, mm-hmm. and I am his legal guardian. Mm-hmm. When he turned 18, I gained guardianship of him in the state of Ohio. Mm-hmm. And he wants to go on his own. Mm-hmm. Would this get Social Security if I take him off guardianship? He lives with me. Mm-hmm. But if I take him off, guardianship, would that get Social Security looking like, oh, is he able to be on his own, to be off Social Security? He's not working or anything.
Well, is he what's his current age?
27.
When he was under 18, was he, under 18. All right, so was he post 18 required to have a payee by the local field office?
I don't know. I know I became his payee, and I am still his payee.
All right. I would call up the SSA and ask them, is he required to, as a result of his impairments, required to have a payee? Because that's going to answer your question the fastest as to which way this thing is going to go. Are many of his impairments mental impairments?
Yeah, it's all mental. It's Asperger's and schizoaffective, ADHD. He's been handling he wants to do everything on his own. I don't always agree with it, so he don't want to listen to me. And I don't want this legalities because he wants to handle, he still needs my help, and I will always be there to help him. But he got the maturity of a maybe 16-year-old.
Sure.
Maybe.
Yeah.
But I think this is what might help him mature more, because he has just started more in the last year, about the last year, trying to start doing things on his own, handling doctor appointments and everything on his own.
So, here's kind of the bottom line. Call the local field office, find out if he's required to have a payee. If he doesn't have you, he's going to have somebody else, maybe a company. So, yeah.
I didn't have to be his guardian. I chose to be his guardian. Social Security didn't require me. I did it because he needed a guardian at 18. He was still in high school.
That you know of. Remember, they may look at this file and say he's got to have a payee. You know what I mean? There's
okay. So then call them and ask him if he's required to have a payee.
Yeah, don't use the word guardian because that's a totally different legal thing. Payee is the specific.
I am his guardian. I mean, I'm not talking about payee. I'm talking about guardianship. I do have the state guardianship, and I'm just wondering if that gets Social Security looking into his case, saying, "Oh, well, then he don't even need to be on Social Security if he don't need a guardian anymore." That's the way I'm thinking. I don't know.
Has he had a recent CDR or a CDR within the past 3 years?
Not since he was about 18, 19. And
he's 27 now. He's due. I mean, he's due for one.
Know.
So, I mean, you can also ask them over the phone when he's scheduled for his next CDR. That'll tell you when the thing's coming. Just remember, it's usually 6 months before, 3 to 6 months before they actually have that date is when they actually begin the process of collecting information on the claimant. So, number one, call him, ask him if they require payee on his system. He's got options. He can choose somebody else or a company, or he can try and prove that he's capable of handling his own stuff. But to be fair, Asperger's, stuff like that, they're probably not going to let him be his own payee. But bottom line is this: he's always got other options, somebody else, a company, etc. And then with that said, find out when the next CDR is going to be, because you may have one on the horizon, you just don't realize it.
Okay. All right. Well, thank you so much.
Yeah, and just to answer the first question, will that trigger a review in and of itself of a switch of payee? Likely not. But, keep in mind, they have systems that can auto check and pull medical records at this point.
Right.
So, if he's really improving, then that could trigger. I mean, is he not going to the doctors as much as he used to?
Actually, ever since the shutdown of everything, he does everything online. He has now started. He would only do his psych doctor, and his psych doctor left the area, and it's been hard to get a psych doctor. So he's just talks to a nurse practitioner through his counseling place. He was always never very compliant, anyways. So he has started taking more interest in his medical health in the last year, getting a doctor and going to a doctor, because he wouldn't even go to doctors, regular family doctors or anything.
So what you're saying to me is he's not staying on top of his medical treatment with the same level of specialization. That is going to bite him in the butt. He needs to get back on the horse and see these higher level individuals.
It's just hard to find them around this area. I've even looked an hour away to doctors. Nobody's taken anyone around this area.
Well,
and I'm talking
whatever you got to do, even if it's something through the phone where he's doing a live stream with some, physician, get him rolling, because, this is not a game where you get to say it's just hard. It's a game where you have to, because remember, he goes through a CDR, shows improvement, and they remove his benefits. He's going to come back to you real fast.
Yeah.
Yeah,
that's true.
Yeah.
All right. Well, thank you so much.
Yeah, absolutely. You have a wonderful, wonderful day.
You too. I appreciate everything you do.
Thank you, madam. Thank you so much. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye-bye. All right, we're going to go ahead and take the next caller real quick. Let's get this ball rolling. Here we go. Let's see what the next caller has to say. I'm just going to wait until somebody calls in, or we'll do the countdown. Oh, actually, we could just go to the phone thingy and see who's called in. Hold on. We can do this real quick. Hold on. Real quick right here. One person called in a zillion times. Let's do this real quick. Here we go. All right, speakerphone is on. Here we go. Let's see if we can get this individual going. Let's see what we got. Hi, this is Attorney Walter Hnot. We are live on YouTube. Remember to use a fake name throughout this process. What is your legal question?
Yes, sir. So I was trying to see, is there any way to bypass the marital status?
Bypass?
Or if so,
yeah. Oh, go ahead.
Yes, because I know the marital status is a real hassle with all of us on SSI. So I've been researching if the marital status will impact a person under SSDI and not just only SSI.
Wait, help me out here. Mental status is going to impact SSI or SSDI. Give me a little bit, give me a more straightforward legal question here. What about the mental status?
Okay, well, not the mental status, but the marriage.
The marriage penalty rule? Is that what we're talking about?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. The marital status.
Okay, marital status. I got you. So marriage penalty rule. Does it affect SSDI people? Is that what this is about?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. That is correct.
No. If you have two SSDI people that are married, there's no penalty because they paid into the system. There's a penalty only if you have two SSI people married together.
Okay. Okay. So only regular SSI are impacted.
Yeah,
However,
supplemental security income people are impacted. Social security disability insurance people are not impacted.
okay. So what if one of them is on SSI and the other one is SSDI?
Not impacted. You have to have two SSIers to have a marriage penalty rule.
Oh, okay. Okay. Sounds good. All right. Yes, sir. That's all my questions. Man, it's good to finally get you on the phone.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, sounds good, sir. You have a wonderful, wonderful night.
You do as well. Thank you, Attorney Walters.
Thank you, good sir. Sounds good. I'll catch you later.
Yes, sir. Thank you. God bless you.
You
Bye-bye.
as well. Thank you. Bye-bye. All right. That's good. That's two calls. Let's see if we can get a third one in here, maybe a fourth one, or maybe we'll just do three. Let's see what happens. We are waiting for the next caller. Let's go ahead and do the put the phone number in. I know it's late. It's 12:34 a.m. I know it is. I hear it. I feel it. I can hear the rain outside. I totally get it. What do we got here, guys? Do we have one more caller? Let's see if we're going to get one more caller out of this deal. Let's see what we got. Hold on. All right, we got next caller. Here we go. And boop. And speaker on. Hi, this is Attorney Walter Hnot. We are live on YouTube. Remember to use a fake name throughout this process. What is your legal question? Go ahead.
Hi. Yeah, my name is Damage. I just had my hearing this morning, and they had a probational person there, and then another expert there, and they weighed in a little bit. And, I had a lot more issues, especially in my chart or whatever you call it, the SSA chart, and they didn't bring up a lot of things, and I felt kind of anxiety and stress, and like I couldn't get out everything I had to say, and I just felt like I didn't really have a fair shot, and then it was kind of over it. After I started kind of stressing out a little bit, explaining how my lumbar spine, which still has internal bleeding in there, and it's been bad for so long, and it's turned into like mental problems, and I couldn't hardly get to like the mental part, and then like I said, it was just over so quick, and I feel a little stressed and anxiety, just anticipation.
So what's the legal question?
Yeah. So my question is, I think this was the second appeal, and is it like the last one? I feel like it didn't go right. Can I appeal again?
Oh, yeah. So like if you get, a denial at this point, you can go ahead and appeal to appeals council. You get a denial there, you can appeal to federal district court, then you can appeal to federal circuit court, then you can appeal to the Supreme Court of the United States. So you definitely got some levels to keep rolling through.
Yeah. Right on. All right. Okay. Yeah, I guess that's my main question.
Okay, perfect. Well, sounds good, sir. I will catch you a little bit later. You have a wonderful, wonderful night, okay?
Okay, thanks so much.
Thank you, good sir. Bye-bye. Bye-bye.
All right.
Transcription on.
Oh, wait, what is that? Hold on. Let me get this.
Transcription.
Hi. Okay, we got it right. Hi, this is Attorney Walter Hnot. I'm pushing too many buttons on the phone. This is live. Remember to use a fake name throughout this process. What is your legal question? Go ahead.
Hi, this is Bobby. Legal question is, if you've gone through the whole CE appointment and the doctor did kind of indicate that you are unable to work, you don't have any past work experience dating back 15 years, what would the next legal step be?
What's your current age?
46.
Okay, so you haven't worked in 15 years, right?
Correct.
So you're an SSI only, 40s, CEME, medical expert on behalf of the SSA, consultative examination appointment, said that you couldn't do work. You were highly limited. They write up a report. Takes them 2 weeks. They send it off to DDS. DDS incorporates it into what's called the DDE, Disability Determination Explanation Report. DDE gets completed another week, 2 weeks go by. they hand it off to the manager. Manager reviews it. They take a week. If manager greenlights it for potential approval, it goes to quality control, sits there for a week to 2 weeks, and then you get your approval letter from the local field office. Or if they're going to deny you, it goes right back to the local field office, no quality control. And then at that point, basically you get the denial from the local field office.
Okay, because it's now in the, reconsideration? Because it was initially denied right off the back, and they didn't take into consideration at all the cancer. And they only went off of like the mental and didn't take into consideration at all the cancer or any of the medical information. And so obtained an attorney, went through the whole process of the appeal, reconsideration, and they pulled the records, although they, long story short, attempted to do a surgery to remove the cancer, was unable to due to mesh that was plastered, so had to go through radiation and kind of counteract the cancer through the radiation. And so although the cancer is under control now and the levels are non-existent or whatever, there's still severe medical issues, physical issues.
Okay, so all right. So you went to the CE doctor. CE doctor said you were bad. They didn't really take it that way. Now you're basically in reconsideration because you got a denial. You're wondering how long it's going to take.
They denied it first. They denied everything first and then went to the reconsideration and finally had the appointment this past Saturday. And that CE doctor said, yes, things are bad. There's another, like the mental exam that's coming up in another week. And after that, with the CE doctor saying, okay, yeah, you kind of pretty much can't work. Things are physically bad. Even though the cancer is not there anymore, things are still physically bad and unable to work. They'll send that off and still wait for like the mental appointment.
All right. I got some questions here. All right. So you're saying you went to a CE and then they denied you, but you have another CE still upcoming, even though you're being appealed into reconsideration?
The denial was first. They denied it. I applied on my own, friend, denied it right off the back. Didn't take into the consideration that there was cancer there, having to go into surgery, all of that. So then this was been waiting about almost 4 years now. Finally got into the reconsideration process, got an attorney, and finally got the first medical CE appointment, which was this past Saturday. And that appointment went well. That doctor said, yeah, you physically are unable to pretty much work. And then there's another appointment for the mental portion of it in about another week.
So what you're really asking me is, how do I increase my chances of being found disabled for my particular impairments in front of these CEMEs and get the SSA to take those CEME reports more seriously?
Correct, yes.
Okay, I gotcha. All right, so that's a lot there. I'm not going to have enough time to do like a full thing because I don't know all of your impairments. And here are some basic things you can try. First off, make sure you collect your whole medical record and give it to the CEME doctor when you see them. Second of all, when you see the doctor, give them a top 5 impairments list, when each began, when each became severe. Also, basically give them 2 symptoms/signs per each impairment. Also, give them a list of your medications and 2 side effects for each. And then put on the notation, has not worked in the past 15 years due to impairments. Also, when you go ahead and basically, go see their CE, you have to have as well some sort of crisis medical treatment as a comparative against the CE doctor's information. So like a CE doctor is usually a specialist because the SSA will send you to a high up level person with a lot of credentials and backgrounds and fancy schools and this and that, so that they can give more weight in evidence to that doctor than basically the doctors you usually see. What helps is if you have crisis medical treatment, because they hook you up to a bunch of machines when they do that. So when was the last time you were at an emergency room or a behavioral center or a sanatorium?
Not an emergency room, but there is extensive medical appointments constantly, even currently, constantly going to see the primary care. But this past Saturday was the medical portion of the CE. That was the SSI doctor that did say pretty much unable to work. He had all of the prescriptions, the medical history, all of the impairments, and he pretty much, in so many words, did conclude that it is unable to work. They have, I guess they had two where you see the medical physical portion doctor and then
the
a mental doctor. So that physical doctor was this Saturday that said pretty much, in so many words, unable to work. And then there's the mental portion that's coming up. Would that medical portion be weighted enough for an approval?
See, the problem is you're putting way too much emphasis on their doctors, using them to actually get an approval out of this gig. Like, you know what I mean? Like that's not how you should be doing this. The way you should be doing this is having your doctor specialists and crisis medical treatment doctors at hospitals and mental behavioral facilities be your backbone doctors on this thing. So, you know what I mean? Like, my point here is just to clarify, like, you're coming at this thing the wrong way. You know, you're relying way too much on their doctors, and their doctors are always pretty darn biased. Now, how do you know this doctor was so supportive? Have you read the CEME? Have you read their report that they created?
No. In so many words that he pretty much said, you're not going to be able to work.
Well, what words though? Because that's important, because it's not in so many words. It's like a specific, can she do sedentary? Can she do light? Can she do medium work? It's like a specific.
Yes, you wouldn't be able to do anything, not even drive Uber. Were kind of pretty much the words. You wouldn't even be able to drive Uber.
Do you have a copy of the actual report?
Not yet, because it was literally just this past Saturday. And they have all of the medical reports from, like, even the surgeon that performed the surgery said that because you're plastered with mesh from your abdomen to your rectum, that mesh can't be removed. They have all of the private doctors' medical records, and then now, I guess it's customary that they go to the CE, the SSI doctors as well. But there's almost 4 years back of continuous ER visits, treatments, medications, constant change of medications, surgeries, radiation, cancer treatments, hormone treatments, pain specialists, pain doctors, injections. All of those records included that they have.
Okay, quick question. You have an attorney already working on this, right?
Sort of, yes.
What does that mean? Sort of, yes. They're either the 1696 signed or not. Are they? Yes or no?
Yes, but you give more detail with watching you. You give much more explanation and detail.
All right, but they're signed up, right? They're repping you.
Yes.
All right, tomorrow, call them, have them download from the ERE the CE report from each CE doctor that you went to, then have them email that to you, and then call me next week or call me on Thursday, and we'll go through it then.
Okay.
Because I got to see what they actually put down. Because if I don't know what they put down, like, I feel a little weeble wobbly on this thing, because you're like, yeah, and I'm just like, you know what I mean? Like, I don't know. You know what I mean? Like, they they could have gone with you. But remember, you're under 50, so there's no grid out. So you got vocational allowance listing or compassion allowance listing. Like those are your options here. So, I guess my
and
point.
I'm just choosing my words very carefully.
I noticed. That's what's making me nervous. Yeah, I'm sitting here going
I'm choosing my words carefully. Yeah.
I'm like tense. I feel it. So yeah. All right. Go download them. Have them send them over. I'll check them out, and then we'll go from there. I just I'm feeling a little like squirrely on this thing because I don't feel like I've got a good base on exactly where it is. And I've got to feel a good base to know exactly like what that doctor said. Because if I know what the doctor said, I can tell you, hey, you need to do this, this, and this. But if I don't know what the doctor said, I'm sitting there just going like, I don't know which way to roll with this thing. Yeah.
I can say, quote, you pretty much can't do anything, not even drive Uber, was a quote from the doctor.
I mean, that's pretty good. But like, what did he give as his actual certifications for the vocational analysis portion of his medical diagnostic impression?
Yeah, and that's, I'm waiting on it. And we did reach out to, I think it's like the Congress, and did a hardship because it's been almost 4 years, and they have been requesting like a full update every step of the way to kind of move it along and wanting updates so it's not continuously prolonged. Don't know if that's a good thing or not, but like the attorney kind of recommended it, so I'm hoping that's a good thing.
So Congress doesn't do anything. They just send out a request for status update. It doesn't get sped up, and the SSA just sends out to them a statement saying the current standing, and then that's basically it. I wish it did. Okay. I really wish it did, because I used to be on that game and be like, does this work? Does it not? It doesn't. It doesn't do anything, because remember, these congressional people, they send out a template form to the SSA. The SSA tells them current status. Then after that, 3 months later to 6 months later, the SSA sends them a status update, and then you get a letter back that says, well, looks like the SSA is doing everything they're supposed to do. We're just going to clap our hands and say good luck. And that's pretty much the whole gig.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay. So, wasn't sure how that worked, because we've been waiting for about 2 years just for an adjudicator. And then once we kind of reached out to that, within like a couple of weeks, we were assigned an adjudicator.
At the initial filing level?
No, the reconsideration.
Wait.
Or whatever they're called.
You appealed, and then after appealing, it took 2 years for an adjudicator to be assigned?
Yes. Mm-hmm. Yeah. It's been almost 4 years now. It'll be 4 years coming this April.
I mean, you fell through the cracks. I mean, you definitely fell through the cracks on that one.
They denied it probably within that year. So it's been 3 years, the whole entire appeal process.
That's so long. Yeah, you fell through the cracks on that one. Yeah. I mean, it happens. I'm not going to lie. It definitely happens, but you fell through the crack on that. I mean, look, it is what it is, but I mean, now you're on track. But in that rare instance, having the government officials, in Senate or House, send them an email or a letter and say, hey, what's going on with this claim? Yeah, that can speed it up when you're 2 years into reconsideration without an assigned rep, because now you got 3 to 4 months to go through the assigned rep process. So, I mean, yeah, I mean, in that rare case where you literally fall through the cracks, then, but I mean, the attorney should have called them and said, hey, why isn't this thing assigned yet? I mean, I don't know, buddy. You got
it. They updated every 30 days, 25 days they will call, and the SSI would say pretty much blame it on COVID and backlogged and staffing, and they're just waiting to be assigned an adjudicator. Those were like their exact words every single time for 2.5 years straight.
And you're saying it was 2.5 years now?
Yeah, it was about 2.5 years, and this is it's just been assigned the adjudicator. Yeah. It's been about maybe a few months, if that. So, yep.
Yeah, I mean, I'm hearing red flags. All right, look, we're at 15 minutes on this call, but let me just do this. Let me help you out a little bit. What are your top 5 most severe impairments? Just the medical conditions, just give me the bullet points here. What am I looking at?
The mesh,
mm-hmm.
The frequent urination,
mm-hmm.
pretty much every 10 minutes of that.
Mhm.
Inability to walk, stand, reach, herniated disc.
Mhm.
There's a sciatic nerve. There's an entire cluster of things outside of not knowing if the cancer will come back, because it did initially spread to other organs, and they had to just rely hopefully on the radiation to remove it, because where the mesh is located, surgery after over an hour was unsuccessful. They could not reach it with 2 surgeons because of where the mesh was located. The mesh is literally intertwined with the internal organs.
All right. So just to clarify real quick, you can't really walk well as a result of this. You definitely can't bend forward. You can't stoop, kneel, crouch, any of that jazz, and you can't lift weights over a certain amount. So, yeah. All right. So here's how you win this one. First off, you need to go to a vocational expert and get an assessment on what your capacity is for any job in the national economy that you could potentially do. So go look up vocational experts, get an assessment on that, because that's important for your type of impairments. Number 2, you need to create a bathroom log about how often you have to go to the bathroom and how long each bathroom break takes. So it's like a diary of bathroom use. Okay. Cool. Next one, you have to go ahead and basically get RFCs from specialists about your inability to go ahead and lift, push, pull. So how many RFCs do you have completed?
I believe there's 3 or 4.
3 or 4 that you've already got 3 or 4 RFCs?
Over the course of when the entire disability process has started, yes.
What the hell happened with this claim? How the hell is it taking this long? You have 3 or 4 specialists with RFCs that have completed forms to explain how messed up you are.
Yes.
Something is not smelling right with this claim. So what am I missing here? What is the silver bullet here? What did you murder somebody recently? Did any terrible crimes?
Georgia.
Yeah, Georgia's terrible. DDS in Georgia is so hard to get a hold of them. Ugh, yeah. All right. So there you go. It's Georgia. All right. So get the CE letters. I want to see what the doctors are saying. Call me on Thursday and then we'll catch up. The attorney will be able to collect them directly from the ERE, and then he'll be able to download and email them to you. And then we'll take a look at them from there. Yeah.
Okay. Thank you.
Absolutely. Have a wonderful night.
You as well.
Thank you. Bye-bye. All right, we're going to take one more caller because that caller took too much of the spatial time. Although it was a good call. It was a really good call. Let's get this real quick. All right, this is the final call of the night. Hi, this is Attorney Walter Hnot. We are live on YouTube. Remember to use a fake name throughout this process. What is your legal question? Go ahead.
Hi, my name is John, and I'm curious. I'm trying to verify some information given at the caller earlier.
Sure.
You said that if 2 people get married, one is on SSDI and one was on SSI, it doesn't affect them, either of them?
No, technically they do a deeming process for the SSI person with the spouse, but the traditional marriage penalty rule doesn't apply. So what happens is when 2 SSI people get married, they screw them over and they reduce both of their benefits. But if an SSI marries an SSDI, they just look to see if the SSDI person has too much income / resources / this / that / whatever, that they can adjudicate to say that that SSDI person is not, is above a certain level line. We have a claim right now at the firm where the SSDI person got him found disabled. The SSI person got her found disabled, but they're saying that the guy is making too much. The guy's living in a broken down trailer in the broken down part of Central Florida with, half the roof missing. So he doesn't have the assets that they claim he does. So he's got to get his IRS doc so that I can go through and basically figure out what the hell went wrong. So the point I'm getting at with this whole thing, just, with this is that, yes, there is a penalty for SSI people that marry SSDI people, but it doesn't really come into effect unless they're earning some better money. The SSDI person is earning the money. Look, I got the statute over here. It's 416.1160 for what is deemed income. Eligible spouse versus ineligible spouse, all that stuff. But the bottom line is, if they're earning over a certain amount, then or they have a certain amount of resources that they're calculated against. The bottom line is they won't see the SSI person as somebody who has to go on SSI because they're married to somebody who has enough resources / assets so that they can't get it. It's the same gig with the kid thing, right? With one of the parents is earning over like 35K, they don't want to give the SSI because they're thinking, boy, they're getting out with that 35K. They're not really that impoverished because, SSI is supposed to be that means tested impoverished system, even though, to be honest with you, $35,000 in a Biden economy, they ain't going to pay much,
Okay. So just to give you numbers, just so we have something to work with.
Yeah.
So technically, if the SSDI person is making $1,300 a month and the SSI person is making $964, that SSI person shouldn't see any effect from their check.
Oh my God, you're making me do math at 12:58 a.m.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Let's do it.
Apologize.
No, let's do it. Let's do it. All right. How much was the SSDI person?
1311.
1311. All right. 1311. 12. No, that's not going to affect it for the most part. That should be fine. And what was the SSI person?
911. 964, sorry.
964. Well, they're getting is that income or like, I'm assuming that must be
that's
income.
SSI. No, that's just SSI income.
Wait, because SSI only goes up to max 943, so you got an extra 20-ish bucks there. Yeah.
So maybe I'm wrong. Yeah, maybe it could be a little less than, but I know it should be that, the 944, or the number you said.
Okay, but that's just their benefit, right? I mean, they're not getting any income on top of that. They're not earning anything.
No. Yeah, no, they're not earning anything. No, exactly.
Oh no, you should be fine. That's fine. Yeah.
Okay. All right. Okay, I just wanted to verify that. Thank you so much. I appreciate your help.
Absolutely, good sir. You have a wonderful, wonderful night.
Thank you. You too. Take care.
Thank you. Bye-bye. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
All right. We'll take one more and we'll make 1 a.m. Let's see if we get one more caller. Let's see what we got. Oh, let's stretch the back out. Let's do a little shaky shake. Remember, there's 114 people in this video right now. Only 44 have given the thumbs up. Where are we at, people? Let's not be stingy with the likes. Come on. Up. All right. We're going to count it down from 10. 10. All right. We almost got lucky. Here we go. Hi, this is Attorney Walter Hnot, Disability Resolution PA. Remember to use a fake name throughout this process. What is your legal question? Go ahead.
Hi, my name is John.
Mm-hmm.
I'm a little concerned I might be in some trouble regarding some silver. I've gotten this little habit here where I started picking up these little mystical, fantastical, sexy women with swords and dragons and wizards, and I decided I want to eventually assemble a chessboard. And now that I'm getting into the bigger pieces, I'm now, saving up for a few months, and it's costing me a couple hundred. And now I'm, starting to worry about whenever I get a review, what could possibly happen to me for this.
All right. First of all, thank you for at 1 a.m. on the dot being my chess Silver Dragons guy. Thank you. I needed that, man. Today was just a lot, and because I love chess. A lot of people don't know that, but I'm actually a huge love playing chess. So, all right, yeah. So, all right. Well, I don't want to spend a lot of time on this, and it's not something I can cover on the phone too well. But you want to look into SSI sentimental purposes, SSI sentimental gifts that an individual can receive, and start searching out kind of what the policy language is on that. I don't want to go too much into it because I'm going to get myself in trouble. But sentimental purposes with SSI, start searching those words, and you're going to see basically. I'm not even going to go into it. Just search that, and it's going to get you in the right direction. Yeah.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
Absolutely, good sir. You have a wonderful, wonderful day.
You too. Bye-bye.
Thank you. Bye-bye. All right, everybody. That is the official way that you end a live video. I actually love chess. I don't know if you guys know this, but one of the things I wanted to do was actually in my backyard do like a chess set on basically like where you have like the table with like the grill and stuff. Unfortunately, I'm poor, so that never really happened. I did get the chess set though. There was a guy who had a chess set that was made in Africa that I drove 2.5 hours to go pick up. And the chess king is like, it's like this tall, and it's like compressed stone and stuff. It's a really cool chess set. I love chess. I'm a big fan of chess. So I just, obviously with my background, with a college degree, master's, doctorate, and certificates thereafter, it's just, I've always been intrigued by that. But anyways, please remember to like and subscribe. Head over to, remember, if I helped you out tonight, head over to Google, type in Disability Resolution PA, consider putting some stars up on the review for the Disability Resolution Law Firm, Florida Disability Resolution Law Firm in general. I will catch you guys a little bit later. Please remember, Diana, who is right now as Princess 05, has been given official regal status, which is very, very important status. I will catch you all a little bit later. You have a wonderful night, and we will go from there. Also, remember, I do have hearings in the morning tomorrow, so if you call the firm, I will be on calls later, but in the morning, I'm in hearings, so you won't get me. You'll get everybody else. So I'll catch you later. You have a wonderful night, and we'll go from there. Thank you so much, and have fun. Thank you. Bye-bye, everybody. Bye-bye.